saying I should talk
Hello.
about that. Okay, how others? Customers is not sure about you. How is everybody doing?
No, I'm alright. I don't know about maybe no Joker is not okay. She's a quiet girl.
I'm fine, Nena.
Natural Sunday.
Yes, I'm
Alpha.
fine. I'm fine. I'm okay.
Who is this? Is it Roba? Help me pronounce your name.
You just don't know how scared I am just reading that name. Because I'm holding my phone firmly.
Look at you. Please, Roba, release Cosmas from his fear and unmute your mic and let us know. Ah, where did he go?
Can't you be scared like that?
Ewo. Okay, so hello everybody on Facebook and YouTube. How are you? So, how was your for the people that were around? How was the filming in Kenya? How did it go? Did you have a good time? Guys, talk to me. I saw your pictures. Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you
Yeah,
loud and
we
clear.
can hear you. We can hear you.
Nena, we were
Hi.
just
We
confused. Prior, you had said people from Facebook, so we thought you were asking people from Facebook. Sorry about that.
Oh no, when I'm asking everybody. So tell me, Sunday, you were. I saw you in some pictures. So how was the experience?
It was good. It was a learning experience, but it was a lot of pressure. So it taught us a lot of things. There's a lot of things we were able to acquire that we didn't know was there on set. There was a lot of pressure. Yeah, that's what me I guess I learned, and a lot of patience. Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of patience. That's that's a good. That's what you learn something. If you learn that, you learn something. You need a lot of patience when you're on set. Who else was on set?
Charles, say something.
Charles.
Yeah, me.
Um.
Yeah.
I'm saying, how was your experience on set?
It was great. It was yeah, it was all right. I can say it was good.
I need details. Which one be it was good? Give me details. What was it like? Did you get to sleep? Were you awake a lot? Something like that. Don't be shy.
Yeah, I was working most of the time. It was tiring, but at the end of it was good. Yeah.
Oh, have we lost him? Okay. You were working most of the time, so I know how it was for you. Tiring. Anyway, so I'm happy you guys had that experience. Um, so let's just go right into it. Like I was saying earlier, I was backstage when Mr. Femi was teaching, so I listened in on like a large percentage of what he said, and he pretty much covered about 80% or 90% of what a treatment is. So I'm just going to teach you the techniques of writing a treatment and let you know what is expected to be in your treatment, um, and give you a few tips on how to write a treatment. Yeah, and then after that, we'll just go right into character development because it's important that I teach you that while you're building your story together. Because what a lot of people don't tell you is that your characters help you to build your story. So if you know your characters very well, they can either make your story very great or you can immediately know which one you don't need and who to kill early and who not to kill and all that. So we're going to talk about that, and I'm going to teach you how to use the questionnaire I shared with you. Teach you how to use it so that it doesn't look complicated. And then, yeah, I hope we have a nice time today. So I want this class to be very interactive to this own. You see the way I'm shining on my teeth is for a reason. So I will ask as many questions, but I don't want everybody talking at the same time. So what I want to use is the chat room. I see somebody saying it's Robert, so okay. Robert is Robert, but I don't see him here anymore. Anyway, everybody should use the chat so that way I can see responses from everybody on Facebook right here at the same time, and I can just read it out. Are we cool with that? Type yes. Don't open your microphone. Let's use this on practice. Type yes, 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 so that I can see that yeah, you heard me. I never see yes. So. Aha, it's working. Okay, great. Okay, let's do this. So, I'll give you an overview of what a treatment is. So, a treatment, this is not the definition, this is like a description. So, a treatment is expected to have a log line. Um, it's expected to have the purpose of the film, or some people like to call it the message of your movie or your story. And also, your treatment is expected to have the breakdown of Act One, Act Two, Act Three, of all the acts in your screenplay. So if you have a long movie, like something like 2 hours, you're gonna have probably act up to Act Four, or even going to Act Five, depending on how long your screenplay is. So you're supposed to, or you're expected to show a breakdown of these acts in different paragraphs, and also show an ending. So these are the things that are expected to be in your treatment. And there are some writers that like to be very, for lack of better words, I would like, let me just use the word, very forward. Yeah, that's what some people say. Because the some writers will give you a treatment and give you alternative endings. They want to show you that they are into the work. So sometimes they give as much as three to four possible endings, and then allow the directors choose which one they like. Yeah, writers do that. Some people are passionate about this thing, guys. I'm telling you. Okay, okay, natural here. So you see, um, This writing business that we're doing is not small thing. So now, me, I don't do that. I'm sorry. I'm not gonna give you that. So what I do is I give you one ending. The ending is the ending. If you don't like the ending, we can work on it. But I don't do I don't do all those special children do. And I give you like 8 endings or 5 endings. No, I do one. But some people like to use two if they're not so sure and they want the director's opinion, or generally the more time you give to your film the better it gets. So if you want to have alternative endings, it's very okay. It's not just everybody's stuff, but some people do it. So basically the trend, what it fleshes out your story in narrative style. When you're writing your treatment or in a copy of your treatment, there's no such, it's not like screenplay format. You use Microsoft Word. You get that? You use Microsoft Word. You don't use Celltext or any of the softwares. You write it like you're writing a novel. Do you understand? And the reason why most people would advise you to write your treatment after you've done your script is because, when you're writing a novel, you see some dialogues in quotes. They help to drive the story. So this is also good in your treatment. That's why they say when you have your script, then you can work on your treatment, because then you have actual scenes that you can pull from act one, act two, and say, this is happening in my story for this to happen, and for this to happen, and for this to happen, and for it to end like this. So yeah, imagery. Your treatment has to be very visual, and it has to be written like story so that you can carry everybody along. So yeah, I know every story has been told before, so probably tweaking it or trying to tell it from your own angle, um, trying to add a twist on it, which is how we make. And yeah, so there are certain, you see, when you were doing your presentation, and then some of you already had a go at your synopsis, and then I was saying, oh, this is too long. Yeah, in your treatment there are some details that you shouldn't bother adding in there. It has to be in there. So now I'm just going to take you on to the definition of what is a treatment, what is a treatment, how long is a treatment, how many pages should your treatment be, and all that. So let's. But before I do that, Cosmos, where is Cosmos? Yay. Okay, check it here. Ha, I see Sunday. Okay. So first, I want to ask this question in order, but yeah, I want to ask especially Kenneth and Sunday. When you were writing your pitch, your very first attempt, and you wrote the synopsis and something that looked like a treatment, because I listened to your presentation. Tell me, at that time, what did you think a treatment was like? Because I like the attempt that you guys had already given at writing a treatment. So I want to know what you had already at the back of your mind, or what you were thinking, because some people's treatments were not so good, some were very good. So yeah, I'm seeing something in the chat. Okay, Cosmos is saying he's in the background.
Okay.
Kenneth, I'm waiting for
You
you.
answer. Nana,
Sunday.
Sunday. It's,
Okay.
yes. Okay, so my first story, it seemed a bit
Yeah.
loose. It seemed a bit loose, so I had to change it. So I changed a few things. I changed. You told me that it looked more of a short story than like a feature film. So I changed it. But then over time, I realized I don't have enough information about femicide. But I do have enough information about something else. So I changed my story, and I think I sent it to Madam Rachel. So I'm also going to send you. I think I have changed my story completely. So I'm going to send you the new story and the new idea, and then you're going to give me feedback on the basis of that story, because I felt the other one was too loose and it was so quick that it didn't have a good foundation. Yeah, yeah, that's me.
Hello.
Okay.
Hello. Can you hear me?
Yes, we
Can you
can
hear
hear.
me?
Hello.
Oh, great. Great. Thank you. Well, for me, from the last class that we had, I realized that I needed to add detail to my treatment. So what I did was to add more scenes, and because what I took from it was the treatment pretty much describes the scene and every nitty gritty, whereby someone can draw the picture without having to read, or if someone is reading for them, they get a clear understanding of what the story is about. But I don't know if Madam Rachel has shared with you. I don't know if she has shared with you my work, because I sent her um, the latest writing that I've done, and I think I sent it today morning. So um, I don't know if she has shared it with you yet.
Hello, Nana.
Okay.
Yes, hello.
I didn't hear you clearly, but yeah.
I think we're losing you. You're stopping, or maybe it's my internet. I don't know. Were you the one talking, or was it someone
You think
else?
what?
Were you the one speaking? Because I think I'm losing you guys. Hello.
Hello. Hello.
Oh no, I
Yes.
wasn't speaking. That was Ken.
Uh,
Kenneth,
that
Oh,
we're
was
okay.
losing you.
Kenneth. Yeah.
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 Oh, okay, okay.
Oh yeah. We can.
So Nena, did you hear me?
Okay. I didn't quite get you, but I'm trying to talk. I can hear you now. Yes, it's better.
Okay. Should I do this again? I think there is
No,
a.
no,
I think there is.
because I could hear some bits of what you were saying, and I think I kind of made. Feel free. I'm listening to you. Okay, guys. So I kind of made out what Kenneth was trying to say, and he's like that. The first attempt, he had to make some corrections, and he's done a second draft, and he sent it, but he's yet to get feedback, which is good, cause it's part of the things that treatment does for you. Okay, so I'm going to give you definitions and tips from a book that I use when. No, no, Kenneth, you don't need to speak again. It's fine. I'm going to give you definition titled "What Is It?" written by Dr. Ken. Dr. Ken try not to pronounce his surname because it's complicated. So Dr. Ken Achiti, I think he's a professional pro. So in Hollywood and things. So I use his words sometimes when I'm studying and learning one or two. So that was what I used as my resource for this class. So let me just give you the definition. So here we go. A treatment is a relatively brief written pitch of a story. Take note of the word relatively. Now, it is a relatively brief written pitch of a story intended to be as a motion picture for film or television. It is written in user-friendly, grammar-free, quick language. Okay, that is easy to follow. When I
The
compare
definition again?
camera glasses, because I need to use tripod. Yeah, you want me to say it again?
Sure.
Hi, Georgina. Okay, so I'll say it again. Why not? Um, a treatment, okay, is a relatively brief of a story intended to be dramatized as a motion picture for film or television. Am I too fast or am I slow enough?
Yeah, okay. Dramatized motion picture.
Okay, so
Like your line is breaking, so you would speak, then it will skip.
dramatized as picture film. I didn't quite get that. Say it again.
Your line is breaking. It's skipping. When you speak, then it will pause, then it will continue, so you can hardly hear some words.
I can't understand what you're saying. Are you saying I should say it again or something? I can't hear you.
Like when you speak, your line is breaking. Like it would skip, it's pausing. The moment you speak, then it will stop, then you couldn't hear anything, then again to continue. That's what I mean.
Network is bad, but I'm thinking you should say that you're saying I should pause when I speak. So let me try to do that right now. A treatment is a relatively story intended to be dramatized as a motion picture for film or television. It is written. Let me pause. Are you ready for me to continue? Guys, just type yes in the chat so I'll just know when to continue and when to stop. Okay. So it is written comma grammar free or quick language. When we say quick language, we mean um, sentences that do not have all these technical jargons. You know what I mean? Like overcomplicated grammar. You should avoid that in your treatment. Don't be sending people to the dictionary. So it is written in user-friendly, grammar-free, quick language that is easy to follow. Full stop. Mm. It contains highlights of the most important events, characters, and obligatory scenes in your story. I can go over that again if you want. I think I should start sending you guys some of these notes. Or the video is enough. Are you guys good with that, or do I go tell me? Why is everybody reducing? Where are they going? Yeah, notes would be very good. Okay, okay, all right. Okay, so I'm just going to read the entire definition now. It's one full paragraph. It's long. So if you missed out anything, you can. So according to Dr. Ken, a treatment is a relatively brief written pitch of a story intended to be dramatized as a motion picture for film or television. It is written in user-friendly, grammar-free, quick language. Okay, Sunday says stage over there. It is that is easy to follow. Yeah, and it contains highlights of the most important events, characters, and obligatory scenes in your story. These are like things that it must contain. Highlights of not everything, just highlights of the most important events, characters, and obligatory scenes in your story. Obligatory scenes are scenes like the conflict, the resolution, the beginning, these are scenes that happen. So these are scenes that must be in your treatment. I hope you understand. Excuse me. Oh, Kachomba say network is really bad. Should I leave and rejoin? I think I'm hanging.
Yeah, I think you should try to leave and rejoin because I'm also facing the same problem.
What?
Hello,
Oh, yes,
Nena.
please. Okay, let me do that. Yeah. Yeah, hello.
No, I wanted to say the same thing. I thought you didn't get me.
I need your join, eh? Let me do that right now. Yes. Can you hear me now? Is it better? It's perfect. Ah, okay, nice, good stuff. Okay, so let me read the definition one more time, and then we go into how long is the treatment, and we continue. So I said that according to Dr. Ken, um, let me get close to my phone. A treatment is a relatively brief,
You're losing me. Cannot
routine.
hear you well.
Hey, you guys. Can you hear me? Can you hear me now?
from my side, I can hear you. From Sunday side, that is.
Oga, can you hear me from your side? Who said they are losing me now? Is that Cosmas or who? Because I can't even see again. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, but we are still listening.
Hey. Oh, but what? You say you can hear me. See, just try. Me too, I'm trying. I don't know why. I don't know what's going on. Maybe I should. I don't know if I should open the window a little bit. Charlie, Charlie. Okay. So according to Dr. Ken, okay, you can hear me. So according to Dr. Ken, a treatment is a relatively brief written pitch of a story which is intended to be dramatized as a motion picture for film or TV. Pretty much relatively brief written pitch of your story that you are intending to show as a motion picture. That's basically what I was trying to say. And it is written in user friendly, grammar free, quick language that is easy to follow. Okay. Um, when you hear quick language, it immediately means shorter sentences, precise words, less adjectives, you know, so everything that can soak in your reader until the end. And it contains highlights of the most important scenes, oh, sorry, scratch that scenes, the most important events, rather. It contains highlights of the most important events, characters, and the obligatory scenes in your story. By obligatory scenes, what he means is scenes like your scenes around your conflict, um, situations that must happen, that are obligatory, that must happen in your story, like your crisis, like the resolution. These are things that have to happen. So these are things that you must highlight in your treatment. Do you understand?
Yes.
Uh-huh. Type it, type. See, creative people are stubborn people, but we'll find a way to make it work. Yes, 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 we cannot kill ourselves. So now, how long is a treatment? So you already hear relatively brief. So that tells you that it should be brief, but not brief. Okay? So your treatment should be about from 3 pages to 15, 20 pages long. Some people go to 45, some people are like that. But you know, filmmaking has evolved over time. Before, somebody will tell you that your treatment should be like from 25 pages and above. Right now, nobody has that time. So, relatively brief, 3 to 15 pages, yeah, good. If you can do 20 pages, if you say you want to, pour it all in there, no problem. But once you start exceeding 20 pages, that's not brief again. So, yeah, let's say between 3 to 20 pages. That's about how long your treatment should be. Do we all get it? I want to see the yeses. Georgina, type yes for me if you are understanding what I'm saying, because I need. Are you the only one on on YouTube and Facebook? Are there other people? I want to see everybody's name. Type hello, write your name so we see who's here and all that. Because it will get hot very soon. Ah, okay. So do you all get that? How long the treatment should be? You get it? I want to see. Yes. Sure. Okay. Cool. So, what is the purpose of a treatment? Why do we need to write a treatment? I know Mr. Femi already taught you. He already touched on this part, but I'm just going to highlight it so that you know how important it is. So, the purpose of a treatment, like like Sunday, you said something which was good. You were like, after your treatment, you saw some things in your story that you needed to change. So, that is one of the purposes of a treatment. So, according to Dr. Ken, the purpose of a treatment is two major purposes. So, there are two major purposes for a treatment, according to him, not me. As far as me I'm concerned, there are more than two. But these two, in his opinion, pretty much sums it all up for me. So that's why we're going to use this one in this class. So the two major purposes of a treatment is one, a treatment is used as a diagnostic tool. Like, when the doctor says they want to diagnose and see what is wrong with you. Yeah, your treatment does that for your film. Because here you are, you're done writing your screenplay, or so you think, and then you write a treatment, and suddenly you start to see that, hey, I don't think this works. So you see that? So these are one of the things that your treatment does for you. I know what the problem is. MTN. You see, I just noticed this. The network bar is just dancing to go down. Oh my god. Sorry guys, network is not so strong today. I don't know why. So it is also used as a sales tool. That's the second thing. Yes. And Mr. Femi pretty much touched on that part of how your treatment is used as a sales tool. So it's used to facilitate the sales of your film, or if you have a good treatment, you're sure to get good feedback from an investor or something like that. So you see, um, the treatment is an extremely important part of a pitch. You get it is an extremely fortunate, let's use that word, an extremely fortunate part which shows your story to a large extent, and it doesn't really reveal your personality as the writer. Because this is where some writers get it wrong. Your treatment is not for you, it's for your story. Are you guys? Your treatment is not for you, it's not to show that you as a writer, this is what you can do. They'll still see your name there. Focus on your story when you're writing your treatment. Don't focus on your needs and wants. That's not where you do that. Wait for pre-production. Do you get me? So you focus on your story. Keep your personality in your house. This is office. When you're in your office, you don't wear your wrapper. You wear nice clothes. That's what should happen when you're writing your treatment. Don't. That's not where you think about what camera you want them to use, or how it's important to you that they go and shoot this movie in your village. No, no, no. That's not the place for that. Are you with me? Guys, I need to see the yeses from everywhere, from YouTube, from everywhere, so that I'm sure that everybody's Sunday saying a yes. Okay. So this is it. Remember this. If you forget everything else that I'm saying today, remember this. Your treatment is for your story. It is not for your personality. It is not meant to show your personality. It is not meant to show your cravings. You're not pregnant here. You are trying to make a pitch work. So that's what your treatment should do. Make your pitch work. Push your pitch forward. Make your pitch more appealing to the eyes of whoever is reading it and to the ears of whoever is listening. That's if they are too lazy to read, they use Google Voice. So just have it in mind that the person you're sending this to, if you're sending it to 5 people, 3 out of that 5 might even be too busy to look at the pages. They will use something, they will use Google Voice to listen to what you have written. So when you're writing things and you want to start thinking that yes, this is where you need to put plenty Swahili or plenty whatever language you're using in your film, no, that's not where you do it to, because you just confuse yourself, you will confuse the Google Voice, and you will confuse your possible investor. Write in quick language. Save your creativity for your dialogue in your screenplay. Your treatment is to focus on your story, not how to show your creative writing prowess. That's not where you do it. It's more like a business tool, but every writer needs it. Okay, it's just like how you see the artists have a mix, then they have this other one they call EP. Uh-huh. Then they have the album. Yeah, your EP should have a particular limit of songs. Your album can be outrageous. Yeah, that's how it is here. So your treatment is not allowed to have certain things. That's how it is. Uh, that's it. You get what I'm saying. So, huh? Two major uses, two major purposes. It's used as a diagnostic tool and it's used as a sales tool. So your treatment helps you to diagnose if your story is looking good or if you need to put more work into it. And it also makes your movie appealing when you're trying to pitch it. Now, tips for writing a treatment. Tips for writing a good treatment. Number one, start with imagery. Yeah, your treatment should be able to pick up and do what I call massaging. Like you should be able to massage somebody's imagination with your treatment. Like they should look at your treatment and just be like, "Hey, wow," that kind of vibe. And for you to do that, you have to be able to prick their imagination as much as you can, as much as possible. Okay? You see how you get the feeling you get when you're reading something from. Sorry, guys, that light was just entering my eye. You see the feeling you get when you're reading Muse and Boom. How many of you read Muse and Boom? I don't want to sound old. How many of you here read Muse and Boom or something like that? Now, those novels, when you get a hold of them, then back then when we were very young in high school as teenagers, when you get a hold of that novel, because a lot of the things in that novel we hadn't tried it out yet. A lot of people hadn't even had their first kiss when they were reading Mills and Boom. So the imagination was easily like easily swayed, like you can be reading the book and you're lost. Nothing else matters to you because these are things that you're imagining, you're still thinking about, like, oh my God, when this happens, what's gonna happen? Am I going to vibrate? Will there be butterflies in my tummy or something like that? And boom, there's this novel telling you about some people and this thing that you're imagining and how it's happening to them. You'll be excited. This is what your treatment should do. So when somebody starts to read your treatment, that's after they've seen the log line, after they've seen the purpose of your film. These are one sentence. Your log line is one sentence. The purpose of your film is one sentence. Then you go into the treatment proper. So you're starting with Act 1. Okay? So you get into it. That's why we say start with imagery. Don't start by introducing and saying, this film is all about. Go right into it. You see, for the people that have looked at the Terminator treatment, he starts with how in the park, the wind, the cat, the everything. He goes straight with imagery. So you begin to visualize, like, which one are they carrying us into park? A naked man. What's going on here? You see that? That's what you want to achieve with your treatment. You make your readers question what you're writing. That way, you have their attention, and that's a good sign. Okay, so start with imagery, not information. That's the full sentence. Start with imagery, not information. Information can come later, but start with imagery so that you have your reader hooked. Then you can now continue. Comprende? Do you understand what I'm saying? Yes or no? See, I'm speaking phonetics now so that you will see. Do you get me? Everybody. Cosmos, Sonny, Regina. Okay, yes, yes, yes. I like that. If you don't want to type yes, you can just use emoji. Just use that fire emoji. I know that you are with me. So yeah, so pretty much entice the reader into the world of your story. That's how you start writing a treat. You entice them in, and then you now begin to break it down. Okay. Um, it says here, imagery is key in any treatment. Same thing I've been saying. Just visualization is it in your treatment. It's not your screenplay. Don't make the mistake of turning it into a screenplay. Okay? Write it like you're writing, almost like you're writing a prose. Okay? Almost like that. That prose vibe. You carry everybody along. They are seeing the story as it's opening up and developing. Okay, paragraph by paragraph. One paragraph for Act 1, another paragraph for Act 2, another paragraph for Act 3, like that, like that. So you break your, another thing, number 2, okay, break your treatment down into key sequences or acts. That's like what I was saying just now. Act 1, Act 2, Act 3. You have to break it down, okay? Don't be afraid to show. You can even put a heading. It's easier. Some people like it like that. So there are some directors that way they can follow easily. They can easily go back to where they stopped. If they stopped in Act 1, it will be easy for them to go back. Because they might not finish reading your treatment in one day. It happens and it's okay. So it's left to you to make it your treatment easy to read. Okay? So you can put Act 1, then you start. No problem. Nobody's going to penalize you for it. All right? Label them either as paragraphs or as headings. It's fine. Okay? It just provides context for the reader, and it gives your narrative a natural flow. It's just like when you're reading a book, you know where chapter 1 is, chapter 2, chapter 3. You can easily flow with it, and then you say, oh, I stopped in chapter 5. I'm going to continue. At least you know how it's flowing. So you should do that for your treatment. Break all the acts and put a heading, label it, either using paragraphs or subheadings is fine, whichever one you choose to use. All right? Can I see yes, 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 yes? Georgina, what's up? You know they type your own yes, so wetin dey happen for that your YouTube? Type yes now. Let me see you in action. Uh, huh. That's something. Network to show you. Sunday fire. Okay, so number 3, try to ensure, try your best to ensure that your flashbacks and your backstories are very clear, consistent, and justifiable. Don't go and write something that somebody will be having question mark on it, wondering what is this person trying to say. Don't do that in your treatment. You will miss it. So make it clear. Do you understand? Show your protagonist, show your antagonist, make it clear. Okay? Don't don't try to say you want to use some writing technique. It's not in your treatment that you'll be using writing technique. It's just like saying you're going to a shop and you want to buy something, and the person writing the invoice is writing some figures for you in Roman style. You will know, no, 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 no. It's not in my own receipt that you will come and show me that you can write numbers in a sexy way. No, 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 don't put me in trouble. Before zero will start looking like 10, yeah, I will pay more. So have that mentality when you're writing your treatment. Make it very clear, concise, and clear. Clear. Be clear. Emphasis on the word clear. So you have to be clear, consistent, and justifiable. Whatever you are writing, you must have thought about it well. You have done a lot of brainstorming. You know that yes, this is what is expected to happen in real life. Your story is already there. This is it. Then you write it in your treatment. Don't write things that you are not sure of. That's not where you want to experiment your writing. You can do that in your screenplay. You have a lot of pages to do that. Not in your treatment, because this is going out to the public. If there is something that makes your story very different and unique, you can put it in your treatment, but you don't want to put it in the sequence like the way it's looking on your script. Okay? You want to summarize it in detail, but not that you are telling everybody word for word, like you lift scene 1 and paste us on your treatment. You can't do that. You understand it? You can't lift and drop. You gotta look at scene 1. What makes your scene 1 special? How many people are in this thing? Okay. Scene 2, scene 3, scene 4. Okay, this part in act 1, is this my beginning? Is this my conclusion? Is this the crisis? What's important in act 1? This is what you are showing in your treatment. What's important in act 2? This is what you are showing in your treatment. What's important in act 3? Because the ending goes straight to that. Don't come and say, oh, you want to show us how the story world came about, how the fishermen mend their nets. It's not your treatment you want to do that. Just say straightforward, they are mending their nets. Move on to the next thing. This is happening. Move on, move on, move on, move on. Do you understand? Clear. If it's a flashback, highlight that it's a flashback. Say, okay, and he has flashback of so 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 and so, and then the story continues from so 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 and so. Be clear. You understand? So that your story can make sense to whoever is reading it. Because this person, you're asking them to bring major money. You cannot ask somebody to bring money and you just ask anyhow. You have to ask well. So you have to write your treatment very well. You understand? Mhm. Then number four, well, more like what I just finished saying. Avoid over excess detail. Just write what is necessary. Write what is necessary. Okay. Um, Stick to the main story as much as possible. Now, if we're going to be following a protagonist, that's your hero, show show their clear dramatic goal. Show it. Don't hide it. Your treatment is not where you want to keep secrets. Not really. But it's where you want to show your secrets in a diplomatic way. Like you're showing, but you're not showing everything. I don't know if you get what I'm saying. Like you're saying, oh, this movie is no, you're not giving information like that. You're saying, okay, rebels are attacking so and so place and this and that is happening. Full stop. You're not going to say, oh, five rebels are storming here and 10 people are saying this to this. No, 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 no. Unless that thing that those 10 people are saying is very important to your story, then you can outline it, put it in quotes like they do in the novel. Okay? That is the only situation where you can lift some dialogue and drop it. But you can't lift a whole scene and drop it in your treatment. It's not done. Just press, suppress it, compress it, then put it there. All right? And that is it on treatment. So you see, it's not a long thing, oh, it's just strategic. Okay, so you have to write your treatment like you're being strategic. It's a strategic document. You have to treat it like that. That's why I have to make our time for it. So it's not something that we're going to do 5 hours class for. No, it's not that. It's not that serious, but it's serious business. So just think about, say, for instance, the first act of your film is like your first at least 27 to 30 pages. So now your entire treatment is about that. Hmm? But it's going to include Act 1, Act 2, Act 3, all the acts. So that's you compressing about 75 pages into one document, Microsoft Word. So it's more like you writing comprehension of your entire story, but in an essay, like not an essay, this is longer than an essay, but it has to have elements, certain elements that show your story and move your story and tell your story. Okay? So it is important that you do it right so that you have a good pitch, a good showing, and okay? Does everybody get that? Does everybody get it? Hey, whoa, it's quiet in here. Okay, yes, Katumba is saying yes. Kenneth is saying yeah, you. Okay. I don't know how to react to that. Alright. Hear me to me, not just hear me. Oh. Sunday is showing fire. Okay, it's hot. Alright. So, for people like Robert, because that name is strange, and for the rest of the guys, back to business. It's hot. See, I had to shut my window because of now I'm sweating. So yes, I had promised myself that after, can you hear? This one is very serious. So I had promised myself that after the last class, we're going to do this character breakdown thing together, so that I teach you guys, actually teach you guys how to do character development, and I won't just talk about it. Because I was thinking about about it and I was like, it might still sound difficult no matter how I talk about it. But if we do it together, then you get to see how it's done and see that it's actually not difficult. So, what do you think? Is that a good idea? Now you people. Oh. Yes? Is it good? Can we carry on? It's a good idea. Okay, fine. All right. Okay, so we're done with writing the treatment. Now, do you remember? Okay, for the sake of the new guys, I'm not going to say do you remember, so that I don't make them feel left out. Um, I'll after this question, I'll give the character question so that they can have it, and then we can all work with it. But um, one thing I want to say before we start this character development class is, sorry, I hope these papers are not making some noise. Let me stop. Okay, so one thing I want to say is this: there is no audience anywhere in the world that can relate to a perfect character. No one. Okay? People will always relate and always feel or respond emotionally to a flawed character. Now, your character doesn't necessarily have to be bad or naughty something, but characters are expected to have flaws, whether you like it or not, because that is the reality of life. There is no perfect human being. The only person that is perfect is God. Every other person is questionable, no matter how holy you claim to be. Am I right? Because me, I know I'm not perfect. So if you are, you can tell me. But so far, I'm yet to see somebody who's 100%. There has to be something. No matter how little, there has to be something. For instance, look at Superman. Who can tell me before I go on? Because right now, I'm assuming that everybody knows Superman's flaws. But I can ask now, and somebody like Cosmos will tell me that they have not seen Superman before. So let me know. Who can tell me what is Superman's flaw? Like his biggest flaw ever. We have started though. Uh-huh. I'm waiting. Type in the chat. Oh my god, it's so hot. Guys. Oh, so you say you can hear me. Type it, type it. It's one word oh. It's one word. Let me give you a hint. It's just one word. So who can tell me what Superman's flaw is? Okay, I see somebody. I say you see this guy. Don't do that. What do you mean by who is Superman? Pardon? Oh man, I thought you could hear me loud and clear. Okay. Tell me the flaw, the number one flaw of Superman, the hero, the character, Superman. I was hoping everybody will know Superman. Oh. Don't tell me that you don't know. I won't believe you. So please, just answer the question. Let me give you another 30 seconds. Don't check online. Oh, I'll know. Okay. Do I have an answer? Do I have? I keep losing you guys. Oh my god, my dear. Okay. Can you guys hear me? Because it's important that you do actually. Okay. Anger. No. No. Superman. No, no, no. Don't do that. Don't do that. Kenneth. Where's Kenneth? Kenneth will know this thing. Is Kenneth here? It's not anger or cosmos, please. You're representing your country. Don't do this. Okay. Let me see. I should repeat the question. I will type it. Don't worry. The repeating is too small. What is the number one flaw of Superman? I'm going to see today. We're going to chop character development. Everybody will become a pro at character development after this class because I don't like. There's a level that we're going to get to. So let's just start. Yes. So, okay. Let me phrase the question. Maybe the English flow too is too big. I just so what is his? He doesn't analyze it. Oh, wait, Kenneth. Kenneth will know this thing. Don't do this to me. Okay. Let me give it. Let me give it another 20 seconds. Is Charles here? Oh, you people have to know this thing now. Come on, come on. What is Superman's number one weakness? That whenever this thing happens, he cannot help it. He will be weak. I'm giving you hints. So I'm dropping hints. Can I tell me this thing now? He can be someone. Somebody is getting close. You are not there yet. Kenneth, don't you know this question? Something. Yes, that is it. Kryptonite. So I love this. Okay. So yeah, that's his number one weakness. The crowd for everybody that has seen Spider-Man. Whenever he's the kryptonite, he falls down. Like he's gone. Oh no, not time distortion. It's that it's like a diamond-ish looking rock. Whenever he sees it, or whenever his enemies want to attack him, they go all out to look for it because they know that once Superman sees this thing, he stops becoming Superman and he becomes weak. Okay, so now it's important for your characters to have weaknesses. Weaknesses are otherwise known as flaws. It's the same thing. Because every human being has a weakness, or two, or three, or more. Am I hanging? So, so it is important that your characters in your story have weaknesses. Yay! Yeah, Sunday, you got it. One sweet for you. When I'm coming to Kenya, remind me. I owe you sweet. Buy sweet for you. So, yeah. Hmm. Let's continue. Another way to put it is to say that weaknesses make your characters grow. Yes, people are able to relate to them because of the weaknesses that they have. Because people are like living every day with these weaknesses. There's somebody in every family that has a weakness that when this person is watching your movie, hey, this is behaving like my uncle. That's it. Okay? So everybody looks like somebody. Like not really not like we all look alike. No. What I mean is there's always somebody that reminds you of somebody in your life that you know, either personally or from school or even from your neighbor's life or something. Now, when you see this thing in the movie, it does something in your mind. It has your attention. You pay attention to it, whether you like it or not, because you can relate to it. Now, when you're writing a story for people, do the same thing. Give them people they can relate to in the characters that you create. Okay? Now, right? Yes, so that okay was a question. You get me? Yes or no? Hmm. Oh, there's some elements. First is something that nobody is typing yes in the chat. Why now? Oh, you can hear me. Please, I don't want to be talking to myself for. Guys, this is my network. Okay, somebody's there. Okay, yes. All right, thank you. Huh. So first things first, which is something everybody in this class has already done very well, is selecting a name for your actor. So you can clap for yourself, all of you, but don't put on your microphone. Now, the name of the character is very important. However, see, some people just stubbornness. Stubbornness. So, however, there's some writers that are very good at this. Like the last time I mentioned Harry Potter, Cosmo say he hasn't seen Harry Potter. I don't believe him, but okay. Like in Harry Potter, you see what the lady did, the woman who wrote the book and the movie. She every character has a nickname that describe their character traits, one or two, or their traits. What she did was she named some people Snake, Sirius the Snake, something. She named another person Love Heart, something. So she put your name, then your nickname, and your surname. That's how she named all her characters, not just the hero. So when you're watching the movie or you're reading the book and you're just seeing a character for the first time, You can guess what character would be like. But she was locked in her apartment for 4 years. This is different. However, you can still use it in your film or in your story. You can use that technique. Or you can tweak it to suit yourself, whatever you choose. The name that you give your character is very important. And some of you, I hear your character names, and some stick, some don't stick. If your character name not sticking to people's minds, you should probably look for another name. Nobody's going to fight you. Like, for instance, we we I think for the 8 drafts, Mr. Ade was Mr. Mwale. But when they realized that okay, the plot has to change, so some character names had to change. They changed. Okay? So yeah, same thing. If your character name, the name you feel like you've chosen now, if you see after this class that okay, this name has to change, feel free to change it. There is no law that is saying you can't. Okay? Uh-huh. So you have to be intentional about the name of your character. Um, the name you choose for your hero and the other characters in your film or in your story or in your movie. Names that suit characters' heritage, the time period, um, and more, like names that hint at their traits. Like, for instance, this this example I'm about to use is not a good example, but it will stick, so I'm gonna use it. There was a book I read. This is plus 3. Is there anybody below 18 in this class? Before I say what I'm about to say, I don't want to cross the line. Just type yes. Even if you are not the one, you know that just tell me now, beg. Before I talk, my mouth is no good. Because I'm about to give you a very vivid example. That's why I need to know. Okay? Don't worry, don't, it's not anything crazy. It's just normal. But it might not be normal if you're below 18. Sunday, please now say this. Is there 18 in this class? Anybody, just type yes so that I'll know. Sally is not in this class. Sally is not here. Is she here? Is she here? Is she here right now? Oh, okay. My instincts are saying I shouldn't do this. Okay, I won't do it. Okay, so okay, you don't think anyone else? Sally is she's like a big. She's like okay. Let me not cross the line. Okay, so I was gonna say there's this book I read when I was much younger. It stuck to me. Georgie, Cosmos, don't do that. Georgina is plus 18, man. So then there's this book I read, and the character names. So we had Mr. and Mrs. Drinks a lot, Mr. and Mrs. Talks a lot. There was somebody called I'm not gonna say. Okay, so there was somebody called Sir Fox a lot. There was somebody else called Lips a lot. So now, see, I read this long time ago, but the names stuck to me, the character names, because they were reading and we're talking about Miss Sleeps a lot. I know that most of the things they're going to say is that she probably messed something up because she was sleeping too much. And when you're talking about a foxolot, I know they're about to say he has multiple girlfriends and he's promiscuous and stuff like that. So when you're naming your characters, you can do stuff like this. You can use the name even in Swahili that Swahili people can relate to and be like, oh, that name is for bad people. Like if they call you that, you're a thief, or if they call you that name, you're cunning, or if they call you that name, you're a womanizer. You get what I'm saying? Things like this are attributes that you can easily use in your character development without feeling like you have broken your head. I hope you understand. So you can either give your hero a nickname that would suggest this. You can use nicknames if you want to do this. Like you see what they did in Money Heist. How whether you like it or not, that is a part of the story that you cannot take away. Every character is called the name of a country. That was just brilliant. Do you understand? So you have to be intentional when you name your characters. What name are you going to use and why? It's important. Okay? And it's you that is choosing. It's not as if you're going to sleep and see it in your dreams. No, you make the call. So when you giving your character a name, be intentional about that name. The name uses X or Mrs. Y until you are sure nobody's gonna flog you for it. Okay? Now, second thing, let's drink water. I'm sorry, Lord. So second thing is using your dialogue and your action to describe or to show the character traits or character attributes. This is very good for character development because at the beginning of your story, we see your character. So it's important that you develop this character that we are going to see on the first page. So if you don't develop your character early, you are in trouble. You are heading for disaster. I hope you understand. So that's why this class is very important because it's important in your treatment, it's important in your synopsis, it's important in your screenplay, it's important in every aspect of your story sequence that you develop your characters, at least your main characters. There are some characters that come to you along the line as you're writing, which is fine. When you finish writing your first draft, you read it, as you're reading it, you have a book and a paper in your hand. You are taking notes of your characters, of what you wrote. Okay? If you see something that you think is too much, you strike it out in your second draft. Because a script is never done in the first draft, like I told you before. So it's okay to say, oh, Madam Ray or oh Nena, I don't have all my characters complete. That's fine. It happens to me too. But as you are writing, characters come along. No problem. You know in your heart of heart that whatever you write, you're going to edit again. You're going to rewrite. So that's okay. Write it. Let all of them come out. When they are all out, you read it to yourself. You take note of the characters that you have created in your process of writing. And then you now begin to analyze them. Don't let any process of writing make you feel that the character development stage is not important. It will fuck you up. Okay? All right. Do you understand that? Do you understand what I just said to you? Minus the French. I think I got too passionate there. So, yeah, I've seen something. Kachomba saying yes. Thank you. So now, for instance, Like, let me use an example of what happened in yeah. Like you see when my network was hanging and I got to listen to describe his grandfather and how agile. And in the background, I was here saying, "Oh, why didn't you tell us the grandfather was going to be a young grandfather?" Now, I can't ask him that because I know that you have not finished your character development. So it's not on you. Okay? I should ask probably how young is this grandfather or how old is he? Is he using a walking stick? Because when I picture grandfather in my head, I picture somebody using a walking stick. If someone else pictures grandfather, they picture somebody bending. Somebody else pictures grandfather, he's agile, playing tennis. Our grandfathers are not the same. So it's up to you to specify this grandfather that we are seeing in this particular film, is not your regular. You just know, but you just have to let us know. Okay? That is what is going to shape our mind to things that we expect the character to do or not do or something like that. And it will also help you because if you know that okay, your hero has a pot belly, you know that there's somewhere in your story where he has to probably be stressed, or if it's an action movie and you give your hero a pot belly in the beginning, just know that somewhere in that movie your hero will end up in the gym. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, the character traits affect your story. Take it or leave it. So it's very important that you your characters very well so that you can easily connect your dots together without stressing your mind too much. If your character is female and you know that okay, you're writing a dramatic movie, she's going to have to cry a lot, even if it's a guy. Okay, so you're looking for a character that has a soft face, you know. If your movie is like Kenneth's movie with rebels, we know that those rebels will not be smiling. They won't be looking fresh. We know that we have to give them scars, you know, stuff like that. Now, these are things that you have to add up in your character breakdown, in your character development. It will help you. So we know that okay, during this period when this character is not yet a rebel, of course he has no scars, he has and this. So when we see him later, when he's now grown up, we know that okay, now we've
Hello. Are we still here?
Yeah, it's still here, bro.
Did we just lose Nena? Sorry. Cosmos. Hello, Cosmos.